Hi, welcome, welcome. I am so glad you've joined me today. I'm Kelly Pitts with Create with Kelley, and I'm really excited that you're with me today. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Lubbock, Texas, and I have been since 2005. So I'm thrilled to bring you some more paper crafting fun today with the Stampin' Up suite, not suite, but just their designer series paper called Love Notes. And it is a pack of 48 sheets, and they're 6 by 6, and they can be divided up. You can see they have designs that are easy to just cut apart. And these two pages have front and back. It's so cute that I used on several of the cards where I cut out a hole in the paper of some kind and then was able to see the front and the back of that card. So I hope you will enjoy this card and the others I've done. If you want to see the total of, this is the number 7 card out of 7. And then I'm also going to do a treat bag next. So out of that collection, we'll have 8 different items that just use 1/8 of a pack of paper. So just one page of each design. And we made all these cards. Isn't that fun? Just having some coordinating cardstock and the embellishments that are the loose Valentine's assortment. And we'll go ahead and switch the camera over so we can get going on this. I'm sure y'all are ready to see it. Okay, we've got Happy Heart Day and Sending Hugs. This is from, that's all actually DSP. And then on the inside, I just have a really simple sending love to a fabulous friend and a little heart. And the sending love is from the Fabulous Sayings set, and so is the To a Fabulous Friend. This is the product of the month this month for January. And you can earn this. You can get it for $5 when you place a $75 order with me in the Stampin' Up store. And then the other cards, a lot of them have used the Reason to Celebrate set too. And you'll see the list of supplies in the description below the video if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, you can watch the video but they don't let me list the supplies on Facebook. They just let me do that on YouTube. So this is your typical size card base, but it's just the horizontal one, the hot dog one, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and then you've got a sheet of white inside 4 by 5 1/4, and then all of these pages. If you've been watching my videos today, you've seen the purple and pink card that I just did. That is on the other side of this paper. And then I cut all of these out, the vellum and the white and this little guy. I cut all of those out with our textured notes dies that are right here. This is a great set. Wonderful. It's carried over. And let's see. I'm not sure if it's an online exclusive now or if it was in the mini catalog or the annual catalog. I can't remember, but it's a great set. Okay, so let's get going on this. We're going to, you could use this whole strip if you need it, or no, it's not quite long enough, is it? So we're just going to chop off an inch off of each end and then have that little blue to go somewhere else. Blue gingham, kind of, not really gingham. I'm not sure what that print is. Okay, so we've got 2 little pieces of this striped paper that I had left over from some other cards, and we're going to just audition our pieces here, see what we want where before we start gluing. We're going to have all of those like that, and then have this underneath. So we want to measure it out, kind of see how they all fit. And I've got this one a little lower, this one about right there. Okay. So the these little pieces are going to go about like that. And like that, a little further over. Okay. That looks pretty close. Just come left, whoops, a little bit more. Okay. So we're just going to use liquid glue. Y'all can use whatever kind of glue you'd like. If you want to use seal, you don't have any wiggle room with that, but on this particular part, you probably really don't have to. Let's pick this up and put this silicone mat under here. And I'm going to line this up in this area kind of halfway here. Let's see, about like that. Looks about right. Then we'll do this. Then we'll get that other piece on there really quickly and make sure we're still good to go. If y'all are a little more anxious about getting this exactly straight, then you can certainly use a ruler or use your grid paper. I'm more of an eyeballer. As you can tell. Close, close, close. And with the liquid glue, you can kind of wiggle it a little bit there. Okay, so we're going to pop this up. So it's going to be a double pop. We're going to pop the textured white piece kind of on the, just on the corners of that one, I think. Well, we might do one in them. We'll do one towards the bottom on this one, and then I'll do towards the top on the other one. So y'all be sure and let me know if you're watching and would like to let me know who you are and where you're from. That's always interesting to see. Had somebody from California on the previous video. I've had people from Australia, just kind of all over. Always love to see where the video is reaching. So that's ready. Then we've got the sending hugs. We can go ahead and put that on. And we're going to move in a little bit on this one. I'm going to put them on the sides right here. I'm trying not to double stack my dimensionals is what I'm doing. Okay, so we've got, because this, see, there's not any here. There's not one there. There's one there. So I'm going to put this one here. And maybe one at the very bottom. Shouldn't overlap that other one below. So I've got them here, 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 and here. So this one is here, here, here. So they shouldn't overlap. So it's not double stacked. Okay. So really everywhere should be pretty even one layer. And then this one, we're going to pop up the Happy Heart Day. I guess I should move that over. I guess we should do each corner. Move this up a little bit. And one in the middle. And get the backings off. Make sure this is the right way on the vellum. Which way do we like it best? Almost like that raised. I guess I'll stick to the same where they're all indented, embossed or debossed, but not really in the center there. So I cut all these little pieces out of that designer paper that you saw. Now on, well, we can go ahead and put this one too. And we want to put this, again, we're trying to put this in a different spot. so we're not double stacking the dimensionals. And then I may put a little strip. I'm just going to cut this and put a little strip here where it doesn't show. You don't want it to show through just this vellum part. And here. Okay, so see, I just have those there opposite of these on that you're seeing through the layer below. Seeing right through that vellum. Okay, let's lay this up here. We're not gluing it yet. I think that's pretty close on that one. So we're good there. All we have to do is flip this over and put a little Stampin' Seal. Nothing like using all the different kinds of adhesive, but everything has its place, I think. And I really like seal on the back for ribbon. I think that grabs that really well and holds it nicely. And then we'll also do dimensionals on it. And I'm going to kind of catch part of that ribbon on there. I think that ought to do us. And then these are a little bit more traditional colors as far as Valentine's goes, but this could be a Valentine's or Galentines card, or just anybody. It could be an anniversary card. Happy Heart Day and sending hugs could be for a lot of different occasions, don't you think? All right, we're going to get some of our little embellishments from the loose Valentine's assortment, and I'm just going to put some out in the little tray just in case. We sure don't want to knock that whole tray over and have a big mess. This way we could just have a little mess. And I like taking the liquid glue and placing it where I want the embellishment to go. And then we'll put some over here and here. Then we'll take our Take a Pick tool. I'm going to get the little pink one, put it here. Although that color's a little off, but we're going to call it good. It's kind of in between this. It's got cherry cobbler in here and a little flirty flamingo. And we're going to put this little white heart right on top of that red one because it shows up better. And then these cute little envelopes with a little heart on them. How cute is that? You do have to look at it and see which way the heart is going on the little envelope, so you don't have those upside down. It wouldn't be across this, but it's cuter this way, I'm thinking. And we're going to dump those back in the tray. And we're going to get our little, I just did a double bow out of the baker's twine that is in the annual catalog, the red and white. It's real red and white. And we're going to just get a little glue dot, take the bow to the glue dot, squish that down onto the dot, pull it out, kind of twist it off. And we're going to, let's see, I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to attach this. I'm going to make it where it's kind of as if we tied that around there. It's more difficult to get that to lay flat if you actually tie it. So I'm going to just stick this on there with the glue dot underneath. See how I kind of made that smaller so it looks like this could be tied around there. Kind of a little trick of the eyeballs. Then I attach that on top with the glue dot. Cute. How cute is that? Hope you like it. Now we're going to do a simple inside. And we will already be done with this card. Save the easy peasy one for last, huh? Except for we still lack our little treat bag, which I want to show you next. I will do that next. Okay, we're going to use a combination of Real Red and Cherry Cobbler, since that's what's on the front. We're going to use Sending Love from this set, the Fabulous Sayings set, and then To a Fabulous Friend is also from that one. Okay, and we're going to use a heart from Julie Davison's Million Sales Achiever stamp set called With You in Mind. That little heart, I just thought that was really pretty with this. And I didn't buy a whole Valentine stamp set and die set and all that this year, because I knew I was going to be using that designer series paper. So we are using other stamp sets that we have and repurposing them for Valentine's. Okay, I'm going to kind of off-center this because I like to put things in this upper left corner and then offset it over here on the bottom right. We'll put the heart. Woo! That was lucky. that flipped upside down and didn't land back on the paper. How many times have I had that happen? Quite a few. But that was very fortunate. Let me get these cleaned. Okay, now I'm going to have to take the Sending Love off so we can mount To a Fabulous Friend from that set. And this is the way I am doing my new stamp sets that are in those new cases. Since we don't have the greeting or sentiment printed, the stamp is not printed on anything like we used to have it on in the case. So I stamped the whole sheet with everything on it, stamped it onto some retired paper, and then I'm using it that way. So if y'all want more detail on that, I can do a video just on that, or you can watch one of my past ones that I show that. But today, since we're doing so many different videos, we are trying to do this whole collection in one day. So now we're going to say To a Fabulous Friend. And my Cherry Cobbler is not the greatest. I have re-inked it. I don't know what it is with this pad, but since this is kind of a watercolory look, I'm not going to mind that it doesn't come out totally even all over the place. So we're going to use some pressure, straight down, straight up. Try not to wiggle, but let it linger long enough to soak into the paper. Yay! See, the 2 is a little bit lighter than the rest of it, but that is quite all right. We've got a lot of watercolory effect, see, on the front with different shading, so no big deal. No biggie, no biggie. Okay, let me clean that off, because your dark reds are really going to stain a lot. Stain your stamps a lot. Doesn't really affect the way it stamps later, but if you can get the red off sooner rather than later, you'll be happier probably. And you could stamp a little Love You or something on there, but you've got Sending Love already, so I think we're good. We're just going to do this right here and make one simple card out of the bunch. Okay, Sending Love to a Fabulous Friend. And I rushed it and smeared that just a little bit, but I think they would understand. So if you have a friend, perhaps you have a friend who's lost their spouse since last Valentine's Day, or just lost their spouse. It may have been a while, but sometimes it would be really nice, I'm sure, to get a card that says you love them. So think about Galentines. Think about friends of yours who really might appreciate getting a card this time of year. when they're a little sad that they're not getting one from a sweetheart. So just keep that in mind when you're making your list of Valentine cards or Galentine. And I'm going to switch the camera over and we're just going to show this both ways like that. And so I can say thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Whoop. Trying to get that. The light is glaring on that. Huh. There we go. Now, that's better. Okay, let's go this way with it. Happy Heart Day. Hope you can see. Trying to get it where the light's shining on it right. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any comments or need any supplies or have any questions, just feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help. Thanks again for tuning in. And please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share with your crafty friends. Thanks a lot. And you have a nice Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day coming up soon. And watch for one more. If you'd like to see the treat bag, I'm going to do one more video today. Thanks a lot. Fun times ahead.